no matter how much money you make, no matter how successful you are, you're still not happy and you still feel broke, right? Why? Like, why does it happen like that? And it's like this with almost everyone that I know. Like, I got a friend that went from 600K a month to 1.1 million cash collected in 3 weeks. So huge jump in income. But the point I'm making, and I've also even got clients that make like 250K a month. Now, the reason I'm sharing all of this with you is because when you make that much money, when you're that successful, you're often still not that happy. And you still also feel broke. Now, if you were to just think, let's just think of your current situation. You, 3 years ago, would have been so happy about you right now, right? If it was to look at your situation with how successful you are, all the amazing things that you've done, the life that you've got, that version of you 3 years ago would love to have your life now. Yes? But for some reason, you still feel broke. No matter how much money you make, you still don't feel like it's enough. You still don't feel that happy on a consistent basis. And that's what I'm going to talk about in this video, how I've been able to navigate those things, how my clients have navigated them, just to really give you that insight. Now, when you think of this, right, you think of not being happy about the amount of money you have, like feeling broke, right, when you're not broke. Like, you can even be making 200, 300, 400K a month and still feel broke, right? Now, I want you to think about this right now. Everything is about perception. You've probably seen a lot of my videos where I talk about how 600K a month is not a lot of money. And I agree with that. Why? Because that's the own perception that I'm trying to create for myself. That is what I'm trying to normalize into my identity. Now, for you, it might be a different number. You need to feel that $1 million isn't a lot of money. Like one of my friends, that's what he had to do. When he was making 600K a month, he used to feel like $1 million a month was really difficult. As soon as he stopped putting that number on such a big pedestal and just accepted it as being like an easy and achievable number for him, he got there in 3 weeks. Now, everything is about perspective. We all see things through different lenses. And when we change that lens into one that is optimized for the goal that we want to hit, that's when we start to hit it. So how do we do this? We change the perception, we change the way we feel. So that's like your state. As like your emotions. Are you in a feeling of abundance constantly? Are you in a feeling of having everything that you need? Are you in a feeling of everything comes to you without, hard work or struggle? When you're in those types of feelings, those states, those emotions, things start to come to you a lot more naturally. And when you do that, and when you believe that these things are happening for you in the exact way that you want them to, of course, you making 200K a month, for example, like you might be making now, if you know that, you're not going to feel upset about making that amount of money. For me, it's like 600K a month, like I never want to think that that's a lot of money. I'm not making that now, just so you know, but the point is like, you don't want to think that whatever your goal is difficult to reach, because as soon as you do that, you put it out of reach, right? Anything that you've had in this life, the only reason that you've got it is because it's now something that feels very achievable and normal for you, right? Like your income goal that you hit on a consistent basis now, probably 3 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, definitely did not feel as achievable, right? So that's the point. It's like when you start to create this as a part of your identity, you start to realize that this is normal, that this is achievable for you to continue hitting, then that's when it starts to come in much more abundance, and that's when you can do that. And then once you hit that level, there's then another level that you need to jump on. So what I was saying before about how I feel like 600K a month is not a lot of money. Now, the reason I do that is it's not because I'm unhappy with the amount of money I make right now. Like, I'm never unhappy about that, but I'm not content. I know that I'm going to make literally millions and millions, if not eventually billions in my life. And when you hold that frequency, when you hold that state and you hold that belief that no amount of money is going to make me fully content, and you're always in this pursuit, never unhappy, you're always grateful for what you have, but you're always in this constant pursuit. The reason that I do that, and the reason that it should be done and everyone should be doing it, is because it's about the person that you get to become as a result of the process. Like, for you to be making more, you need to change internally. Money is just an external thing that measures how we internally feel. I'll say that again. Money is just an external thing that measures how we internally feel. So you change the internals, you change the externals. So that's all it is. The reason I want to make millions and eventually billions of dollars is because I become the person capable of doing that. And that's what this whole journey is about. This spiritual journey of becoming better, this journey of becoming the best version of ourselves, expressing what we want to express, and being that person that's able to actually achieve those things is what this life's about. And when you start to be that version of yourself now, that thing starts to happen for you. I have this saying, you never get what you want, you get what you're being. So you want something, you got to start being that version of you now. So if you want to start to be happy, you want to start to feel like you've got a lot of money and that you don't feel broke, even though you're making 100, 200, 300K a month, like you just got to you got to understand that like your state is everything. Feel abundant right now, you create more abundance. You want to be able to get to a new goal. Don't be just content with the goal you have. Never be comfortable with the goal you have, because as soon as you're comfortable with that, that's the level of growth that you're having. You're not growing anymore. As humans, we need to grow. It's just what we're hardwired to do. Spiritually, that is the highest form of growth for us, to just constantly keep growing. So if you're in this state where you're never fully content, you are grateful, you are happy, you do feel completely abundant, the universe, life, your subconscious mind ends up giving you just so much more of what you've always wanted. So I hope that this video has helped. I hope it's made sense. And yeah, I'll see you in another video. Peace out.